Assalamu alaikum, welcome at 1 to 9 p.m. English news brought to you live by Télé Djibouti. Here are the top stories. The ferry pack, the Minister of Transport and Equipment visited today the container terminal. In Europe, several communities injured in London undergone a terrorist incident. That was the headlines, and now welcome to the national news. The Minister of Transport and Equipment, Mr. Mohammed Abdul Kader, accompanied by the Director of Maritime Affairs, Mr. Ali Mire Shahim, has inspected the ferries Mohammed Burhan Qasim, which makes the shuttle between Djibouti and north of the country. During the month of the Khamis, the port had interrupted the shuttle and human security. During the inspection of the Ministry of Transport has appreciated the innovation of his port, which has finished to meet the need of the population of the north, who has the habit of taking these ferries. The Directorate of Maritime Affairs shall inform the population that the ferries and Mohammed Burhan Qasim will resume the service on Saturday, 16 September, that is to say tomorrow, with the connection in Djibouti city Tijora. We are currently on the ferries Mohammed Burhan Qasim, who resumed his activities after a short period of maintenance and ineffective during the summer winds of the Khamis do not allow navigation in the Gulf of Tijora. The sea is very agitated and it is a dangerous consequence. In view of the difficulties that we have in this period of Khamis, and the Japanese government that we had made a gift of this virus, we have made the promise of we grant another which can cope with the violent winds. According to the Minister of Transport and the Mohammed Abdul Kader, indicated that the forest resume his activities tomorrow, Saturday, 16 September. In the framework of his working visit to the Kingdom of Morocco, the Minister of Health, Dr. Jamil Al-Mouki, has met with the Moroccan Minister of National Education, Vocational Training, Higher Education and Scientific Research, Larbi Mashayink. During this meeting of the top place, the two ministers discussed the important topic on the new university course in Science of Health. In effect, the Minister of Health, Dr. Jamil Al-Mouki, has indicated that this new channel that do not exist in Djibouti were an opportunity to enter the further expand the supply of curry in the Republic of Djibouti. Replying to the micro of RTD, the Moroccan Minister of National Education, Vocational Training, Higher Education and Scientific Research, Larbi Mashayink, has expressed his full satisfaction of the conclusion of this meeting. The Minister has indicated that he was fully prepared to further strengthen the relation of cooperation of our countries. The Minister of the Jewish Minister of Health, Mr. Jamil Al-Mouki, on the issue of bilateral relation between the Kingdom of Morocco and the Republic of Djibouti. In the framework of the realization of its activities concerning the empowerment of women, the Minister of Women and Family, in collaboration with the UNFD, has organized this Tuesday, 4 September 2017, in Kiev, a ceremony of distribution of kits of insertion to families and women and girls in situation of precariousness, shared by the Minister for Women and Family, Home Mumina Hassan. This ceremony saw the participation of the Secretary of State for Social Affairs, Muna Osman Aden, women parliamentarian, the General Secretary of the UNFD, elected official women of Pil'aus and Balbala, the resident representative of UNFD in Djibouti and representative of USAID. This activity is inscribed in the previous action that the Department has initiated to the profit of disadvantaged populations. This versus initiative, which has been proposed by the department after a finding during the awareness conducted on the ground, it is intended for the women and young girls in situation of precariousness and wanted to go out and explore income generating activity, allowing them to support the needs and those of their families. More than 59 women have benefited from this support, which will impact. The Secretary of State for Social Affairs, Muna Usman Adan, has in her intervention clarified the various scourge facing women in the Jewish society. She has indicated also by this project of empowerment is important outcome for the output of the precursor. She clarified that her department proposed to women of the financial plowing, which called her has created a income generating activity through. The Minister for Women and the Family, Minister Mumina Hamad Hassan, has in her intervention indicated this project for distribution of kits of empowerment to the families, women and girls in situation of insecurity in March 2017. The Minister has indicated that the women is at the center of action for development of their permit to flourish. Further, these women are targeted by the policy division, which have a need and who are in extreme poverty and who are all industry of the capital. A team from the Department of the Secretary of the City Church and Social Affairs visited in the Tuesday, 1 September 2017 for performing a mission of information and awareness on the different social programs. In this effect, a meeting and information has a group they are responsible for the region of Tikil, such as the Deputy of the region, Mr. Mohammed Shiko Hassan, the President of the Regional Council, Mr. Abdurrahman Ore Yonis, the leader of the service, ICOE, the responsible for the social control, the technical advisor of the Secretary of the State Church and Social Affairs, in the Prefect of Tikil, the social assistance program to the students of the region of the interior, the program of poor students under development. Finally, the importance and the usefulness of social contours, which has the effect these social contours constitute a door of between for any social benefit. Households are invited to visit the social contours for register in the register social. In the framework of this program for the promotion and protection of human rights, the Committee of Community Management of Hayi Valley has organized yesterday afternoon in the Center of Community Development a ceremony to raise awareness on the rights of the child. This ceremony is organized in close collaboration with the National Union of Jewish Women, UNIFD, and UNICEF. This ceremony is initiated to assert the young people what they of their rights as to obtain the national identity card or the refusal of education for young girls, or even to fight against drugs. This ceremony was shared by the coordinator of the Committee of Community Management, Mr. Fatuma Kasim, which remains asked that this kind of awareness are organized regularly to improve the rights of children and do to the children also their parents, because the family is the first institution of the child. She recalled that several mothers managed to understand the risk that can cause excision on the life of the young girls and test for several of between its both sides and forget this harmful practice that has no part origin in the Quran. And finally, the coordinator, Mr. Fatuma Kasim, thanked the UNIFD and UNICEF, which they deploys always of large means to put our children in the best condition of life. We wish to announce to you that a notice of received a young girl, Nim'a Farah, who's in age 3 years, which remains in Palpala Agadalis. She is out of her home yesterday evening at 6 p.m. She wore small rice. If you will find, please contact us on this number 77820611. For the second consecutive year in the final of the Cup of Djibouti opposed tomorrow at the stage goal, the trainer of the gentleman was the Republican guard. The president of the Republic, Gele, will be in the guest, but also another guest will be present. Marcel Dessel, the international French in origin of Ghana, the Egyptian Federation of Football, urged to lovers of the flown pole has came many for attend the final of the club of in Djibouti season. The Egyptian Federation prepare at the present time for will organize this support event on the national scale. On the international news, the UK's top anti-tourism officer says a place on a London underground train on Friday in which 22 people were injured was caused by an improvised explosive device. Emergency service rushed out to the Parkland Green underground station in southwest London after report of explosion on rush hour commuter train. Witness described a scene passengers with the palm to their face and police came off the cruelty train and seen a fire or hearing an explosion or spoke panic as alarm. Passengers rushed to exit the station. Train stumbles. And also, at least 18 Egyptian policemen are reported to have been killed in Egypt's city of Notre Sinai region, where security convoy came under attack on Monday, claimed by List. Let us watch for more information. The
Islamic State has claimed an attack on a police convoy which killed at least 18 soldiers. Medical and security source says the attackers managed to destroy 3 armored vehicles and a signal jamming vehicle near Arish, the capital of North Sinai province. The attack turned into a gunfight and the militants also opened fire on ambulance workers, injuring 4. At least 18 policemen, 2 of them officers, died in the violence and a brigadier general lost a leg in the blast. Militants have killed hundreds of soldiers and police there since 2013, when the military-led President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi ousted Egypt's Islamic President Mohamed Morsi after mass protests against.
Libyan authorities put around 117 illegal Sudanese migrants on a flight back to Sudan on Tuesday as a part of a voluntary repatriation program. Migrants who attempt journeys to Europe but are intercepted by Libyan's Coast Guard or whose boats capsize in the Mediterranean are rescued and sent to detention centers across the country, said Mohammed in Asamor.
Libyan authorities on Thursday sent around 170 illegal Sudanese migrants back to Sudan as part of a voluntary repatriation program. Migrants who attempt journeys to Europe but are intercepted by Libyan Coast Guard or whose boats capsize in the Mediterranean are rescued and sent to detention centers across the country. Head of the detention center Media Department Hosni Abu Ayana said that they will take them to Mitija Airport to a private plane made available by the International Organization for Migration, which will take them home in Khartoum. Many of the centers have become overpacked and no longer have the necessary space to accommodate the large influx of illegal migrants, especially during the warm summer months. The International Organization for Migration gives the migrants the options of going back home and twice a week organize travel documents and private plane to various destinations in Africa. The voluntary return program takes weeks of communication with the embassies of these migrants, mostly from Sub-Saharan and West Africa, to facilitate their return. Hundreds of migrants have already been sent home this year.
That's it for tonight's news. Thanks for being with us and have a wonderful evening.